Good day, kids! Welcome to Bahay Aralan. In this video, we will be talking about transitive and intransitive verbs. Let us first talk about transitive verbs. A transitive verb is a verb that requires an object to complete its meaning. When you say object of the verb or direct object, it means that it is something or someone that receives the action. Let's take this as an example. The player kicked. The verb in this group of words is kicked. But as you can notice, its meaning is not complete. Something is missing, right? So we need to add something that receives the action. The player kicked what? Let's say the player kicked the ball. As you can see, it is now complete. We already have the subject, the verb, and the direct object. That is why in the sentence, kicked is a transitive verb because it needs an object for it to make sense. Okay? Another example. We bought. The verb in this group of words is bought. But do you think its meaning is already complete? No. Why? Because there is no object of the verb yet. So, we need to add a word that answers the question what after the verb. Let us say we bought a motorcycle. So, we now have a direct object, which is motorcycle. And so, the sentence is now complete. There is the subject, the verb, and the direct object. Therefore, bought in the sentence is a transitive verb because it needs a direct object to complete its meaning. How about this? Bert opened the door. What is the verb in the sentence? Opened. Do you think this is a transitive verb? Yes. Why? Because it has a direct object. What is it? What did Bert open? The door. So the direct object is door. And as you can notice, the sentence is complete. Is it clear? Now let us talk about intransitive verbs. An intransitive verb is simply the opposite of transitive verb, meaning it does not need an object to complete its meaning. It makes sense on its own, even without a direct object. Let's take this as an example. The baby smiled. The verb in the sentence is smiled. Does it have an object? No. And as you can notice, even if it has no object, this group of words already makes sense. Its meaning is already complete. If you try to ask, the baby smiled what? Or the baby smiled who? Does it even make sense? No, because it no longer needs an object, right? That is why the verb smiled is an intransitive verb. Another example. His grandfather died. The verb in this group of words is died. Does the verb died still need an object to complete its meaning? No. Do you still need to ask, his grandfather died what? Or who? It don't even make sense, right? It no longer needs an object because as you can see, it is already a complete sentence. Right? Therefore, died in the sentence is an intransitive verb. How about this? The fruit fell from the tree. What is the verb in this sentence? It is fell. Do you think this is an intransitive verb? Yes, because it has no direct object. From the tree in this sentence is not a direct object because it does not answer the question what or who after the verb. And if you remove it, the sentence is still complete. The fruit fell. That is why it is an intransitive verb. Is it understood? You should also take note that there are verbs that can be both transitive and intransitive, depending on how they are used in the sentence. For example, the verb left. Ken left after he cleaned up. In this sentence, the verb left is intransitive. Why? Because it does not need a direct object. Ken left what? Not given, right? How about this? June left the gift on the table. In this sentence, the verb left is transitive. Why? Because it already has a direct object. What is it? June left what on the table? Gift. So, gift is the direct object. That is why the verb in this sentence is transitive. Another verb, drove. Let's use it in a sentence. Rita drove the car carefully. Drove in this sentence is transitive. Why? Because it has a direct object. What did Rita drive? The car. Okay? How about this? The drunk man rudely drove past her. Drove in this sentence is an intransitive verb. Does it have a direct object? No. The drunk man rudely drove what? Nothing. But as you can see, even if it has no direct object, its meaning is still complete. So it is an intransitive verb. Is it clear? Now let us have an activity. Identify whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. Number 1. The audience watched the game from the bleachers. The verb watched in this sentence is transitive because it has a direct object. What did the audience watch? The game. So it is the direct object. Next, the athletes run along the beach every morning. In this sentence, the verb run is intransitive. Why? It has no direct object. The athletes run what? Nothing. Okay? Another one. We met our parents at the airport. The verb met in this sentence is transitive. Whom did we meet at the airport? Our parents. So it has a direct object. Next, I rode my bike to get here. Rode in this sentence is a transitive verb. It has a direct object. I rode what? My bike. Okay? How about this? Pat laughed so hard. Laughed in this sentence is intransitive. It does not need a direct object to complete its meaning. If you ask, Pat laughed what? It won't make sense, right? Last one. Aaron found the puppy in my room. In this sentence, found is transitive. It has a direct object, which is puppy. What did Aaron find? The puppy. Okay, so that would be all, kids. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.